Good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to come in and talk to everyone and share some of my thoughts as we come to the last portion of the 2020 Young Living's virtual International Grand Convention. General sessions are over for the morning. They're wonderful, so good. And there's a lunch break, and then we'll be having the last of the workshops this afternoon. And then they'll be closing out with the final session at the end. And it's been wonderful. I was really sad on Tuesday, the day I should have been flying out to Utah and enjoying this week with my husband and team members, my Young Living family. It really felt like a loss to me on Tuesday. But as we have proceeded through the week, they've done an amazing job of bringing to us a really top-notch, high-quality, exciting convention. And honestly, to be able to be in my home and have some friends over and everyone bring something to snack on and share and just chit-chat in bare feet on my couch has been a bigger blessing than I would have thought. And you know, everyone has their stories, everyone has what they bring to an annual event like this. And I wanted to share some of my thoughts. This is my 6th year with Young Living, and my 5th or 6th convention. Honestly, I probably need to go back and figure that out. But if I've missed one, I missed one. And I do think, because I joined in April, so I don't think I went to that first convention, but I bought my ticket that summer for the next convention. So I think this is the 5th convention. But I wanted to share some of my thoughts of how they've evolved over time. So first of all, like all the new product releases, if you guys seen those, I've got them all posted. Super excited to get Cassia for the first time outside of a blend, outside of the Ancient Oils of Scripture kit. 15 milliliter bottles, unlimited, but it's limited time only. I think I've snagged 3 of those because I love Cassia. It's that sweet, soft cinnamon that you smell and taste in Ocotea. And again, if you have that ancient kit, then you had a tiny bottle. These are 15 ml bottles. I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about the new diffusers, Luster and Lucia, that I'll be sharing with you and showing you when I get them in. I'm super excited about the Savvy Minerals Liquid Foundation. Very excited about, oh my gosh, the Bloom skincare line. With 54-year-old skin, I'm really looking forward to the glow and the moisture and the luster of that particular skincare set. So we'll see. I'm very, very excited. But beyond that, I was just thinking back, not just to this last 6 years, but like kind of to my adult life. We've all been approached with those opportunities to join, an MLM, come join this, I won't name names or anything, but there were those companies where they were multi-level marketing. There's nothing wrong with them, but in my kind of immature, closed-minded, thinking, I thought, why would I do that? I'm not going to do that. Like, why would I get paper towels or moisturizer or knives or bags or bowls? Recently, it's been leggings. Like now they have like a monthly legging club or something. And I've always said no. I'm not going to do that. I have kind of a pushback personality anyway. I don't like to be corralled into things. I don't like to join. I'm not a joiner, not a big joiner in general. So I've always kind of pushed against that until I've learned about Young Living. What made that different in my mind was that it was unique. There were unique products I could not access any other way. And when I came to that point of learning about Young Living, I knew enough about essential oils and the essential oil industry that I realized it would be very difficult for me to get good, safe, potent, helpful essential oils in the open market. So I had just about written off essential oils as an option as I was trying to build my health back in my 40s. And so to learn about Young Living and to learn about Seed to Seal, that I knew I wanted those oils, and I wanted Young Living oils specifically. And that's the reason I became a member. And can I tell you, I freaked out when I got that, that first email that you get, when you join, and it says, welcome, thank you for becoming a Young Living independent distributor. I flipped out. I thought, they got me. I've been trapped into something that I don't want to do. And I called my sponsor, Jane Gilcrease, and I was like, what does this mean? Or she was my enroller. What does this mean? What do I do? What I want to undo it. Get me out. She's like, no. This is just like FTC thing for you to get your wholesale price because you don't want to pay retail, right? I was like, no, I do not want to pay retail. She's like, okay. Then you become a distributor so that you can get the 24% off, but you don't ever have to do anything. And I was like, okay, right? Because that's just how I am. And then here I am, a silver leader now, 6 years later, singing a completely different tune because sometimes you just need time to understand what something is and what it isn't. And that's definitely the case for me. I am not an early adopter. I'm never the first one to try something out. I watch and I see what other people do. That's very safe. It's not a very brave way to live life for sure. But it's, again, kind of the way I roll. But here's what's changed in 6 years. And this is what I'm going to share with you. As we were listening, and for convention, my favorite part of every convention is anything that has to do with the Young Living Foundation. With the work that Young Living does through the foundation that Gary created, and then with our arms, with our fingers, our tentacles, right, working through all these organizations that we have vetted, that we support strongly, and the work that they're doing in the world. I love learning about what they're up to. Get those statistics, how many lives have been touched, how many lives have been saved through like Hope for Justice, through the malaria initiative, getting malaria nets for people. Lives are being saved. And that how I play a part in that. Every time I round up, I love hearing about the Young Living Academy in Ecuador. My Jonathan, who I support every month, he gets his clothes, his meals, his uniform, his meals, his books, his tuition is paid because I support Jonathan every single month, and it takes so little to do that. The Young Living Foundation parts are always my favorite parts. We have a new director, Greg Larson, who we all love, has moved into another aspect of Young Living's corporate structure. And now we brought in Jackie Skinner. And she was sharing with so much with us. But and as I learn in every convention, and then this one was no exception, every year about the powerful work that we're doing and how good, I'm going to use that word, how good Young Living corporate is. Because you need to know, if you don't already, that every single penny of anything that you donate to the Young Living Foundation goes to the causes that we support. 100%. How is that possible? It's possible because Young Living corporate foots all of the administrative, payroll, nuts and bolts costs of the foundation. Young Living Incorporated, right, pays for that so that the Young Living Foundation can take all of your money and give all of it to Hope for Justice, all of it to Soul Hope, all of it to, I forget the heart, it's something with a heart, with the malaria net people, but all of it, and then to expand those programs. The getting the boys off the street in Ghana. I mean, we do so much work. And I say we, because we are a part of it. And I realized something just yesterday, that my hard heart that wouldn't touch any multi-level marketing company, if that was, why would I get that from you? Why would I support you in your business? Oh, how cruel. Why would I support you, neighbor, coworker? Why would I get my lotion from you when I can go to Target and get it, or Estee Lauder and get it? And I've done all those things and everything in between, when I can do that there and not be a part of this scary, spooky, weird thing that you've got going on, because I don't even understand what that is. Not taking the time to understand it. But here's what I recognized yesterday, that if Young Living were a source of paper towels, toilet paper, I don't know, what other thing do we use all the time? Sugar, salt, like basic things. I would choose to get all of those basic non-unique products from Young Living, if only to support the Young Living Foundation. That would be reason enough for me. And if I know Young Living, it would be the best paper towels I'd ever used in my life. And my bottom would be ultra caressed, with the toilet paper that they would provide for me. I mean, it would still be an incredible experience. But you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what they provided. I realized yesterday I would be a part of this company. I would support this company if only just supporting the foundation is reason enough for me. The amazing news is that's not the only reason why I'm so attracted to Young Living. The list is long, it's exhaustive, and it's incomplete. I'll be adding reasons why I know for all of my years. So Jackie Skinner, one of the things I wanted to share with you in this message today was her take on poverty, and it floored me. It just devastated me in a good way. She shared her view on poverty this way. Before coming to Young Living, she met a young girl who had been saved out of, she was abducted at age, this is in Uganda, I believe. I apologize if I've got the country wrong, but it was an African country. But she had been stolen, kidnapped at the age of 7 from her home into like these guerrilla groups that would kidnap children and train them to be soldiers. They were also, like sex slaves, and it was just a really bad. And she lived in the jungle, in no home, no family, among these people who abused her terribly it was between 3 and 4 years. She was rescued at age 11, and Janet Skinner, our new Young Living Foundation director, met her and she showed us a picture. She just glowed. Her face just glowed. She said she had so much joy, so much hope, despite the horror that had happened to her. But she was so poor in every way that we would measure. No home, no family, nothing but the clothes on her back, no way to get food, right, to provide for herself. She was poor in every way that we would measure poverty. Uneducated, clearly. Zero opportunity. And that's what we think of when we think of the poor. We think of someone to feed, someone who needs shelter, someone who needs, a coat, shoes. But what Jackie said that just made me rock back on my feet. She said, when I talked to Adia, was this girl's name, if I didn't mention that already, when she spoke to Adia, Adia was so incredibly grateful for what had been done for her. So grateful that she had been saved. And she told Jackie, I want to do this for other people. I want to help girls just like me, children just like me. I want to be there for them and make a difference for them. And she just bubbled over with enthusiasm. Like a seed, with so much potential, but she was poor. Not only in that list of things I mentioned, but what Adia was most poor in was an opportunity. How could she ever elevate her to a place to act on those dreams, on her passions at the age of 11? And so Jackie left that situation, but Adia never left her mind. And she would just be up at night thinking about this girl. And she would think and pray, oh my God, I hope somebody helps her. I hope someone helps her. I hope she gets help. I hope somebody helps her. Until upwards of a year later, it just hit her like a ton of bricks. She's like, it just needs to be me. I need to help her. I need to be the one to help her. And through circumstances, whatever, she ends up back in contact with Adia. And she showed us a picture of her and Adia hugging. This is now a bit later. Adia had been taken in by Mary's Lighthouse, which is one of Hope for Justice's, places, buildings that cares for children just like Adia. How ironic is that? Janet's not even working for Young Living at this point. But she'd ended up at Mary's Lighthouse, is what I understood. And through Hope for Justice, had gone to school, graduated was going to graduate top of her class at the time that she saw her. Since then, she has gone on a full ride scholarship. So remember that seed that was so poor, had no opportunity? There was potential in that seed for a human being who could earn a full ride scholarship with just a few short years of formal schooling, just cramming her in and catching her up. Full ride. where she's studying like social justice or I don't know, something like that, that will equip her to do her heart's passion, her heart's dream. And now she's serving as an intern, I believe, with Hope for Justice. I'd have to go back and get all the details. And I may not have all the details right, but here was Jackie's point that blew me away about poverty. She said, when I met Adia, and I'm paraphrasing this, okay, and I'm including some of my like metaphors with the seed, because we're seed sowers, and that's just such a strong metaphor for me. But when she met Adia, she said, not only was Adia poor because of a lack of opportunity, but she couldn't sprout and grow and become. So imagine a seed for a tree. Here's Adia. If it doesn't get planted, if it doesn't get watered, if it doesn't get cultivated to become a tree, because then what does the tree do? It provides fruit to eat. It provides shade for comfort. It provides lumber for a home or, whatever, right? So when we keep one person in poverty, when one person stays in poverty, it's not just that person. There are ripples that go out. There are people who would never be impacted by Adia's potential realized. But now as an intern, and she shared with Jackie, she's a part of helping girls just as she had dreamed. And so being able to give Adia opportunity then created opportunity for other people, and will continue to do so. I'm sure, I'm confident in the years to come through her life. And I've always thought of poverty as give someone a sandwich, give them a pair of shoes, that thing that they need in the moment. But what they really need is all the opportunity to move from potential to realization of everything, every gift, every calling, every talent, every passion that they could ever have. So when you give to someone, when you bring them opportunity, you're not just impacting that person. You are impacting concentric circles of people. Could be 10 more people, 100 more people, 1,000 more people, 1,000,000 more people. Somebody preached to Billy Graham. Somebody brought him to the Lord. And it's a cool story. I think it had something to do with D.L. Moody. You have to look it up. I've heard it. But it's one of those things where had that conversation not happened, had someone not cultivated that seed of potential in Billy Graham, I shudder to think. God would have made a way, but someone provided the way for Billy Graham by preaching the gospel of truth to him. So that was just extremely profound to me. So it caused me to ask some questions of myself, and I'll ask those questions of you. Do you care about poverty in the world? Sure. Do you care about poverty in your world? What's right around you? And that's what brings me to talking about sharing and bringing it down to young living, a conversation about young living. But what I'm going to ask you, the questions I'm going to ask, the things I'm going to have you to think about are applicable in every way. That we might see poverty, that we might see need, that we might see a lack of opportunity. So why should we share? Why do young living? The first thing is yourself, okay? You have to take care of yourself. You bless yourself when you engage in a healthy, natural lifestyle, of which young living is a part of that. It's not the whole thing, but it's an important part of it. It brings you health. It brings you energy. It brings you longevity, quite honestly, so that you can simply function longer in this world. I'm confident of that. And then it gives you product to share with others, and I'll touch back on that. Then you can, as a Young Living member, bless the world through the Young Living Foundation. If you've not clicked that box to round up on all of your orders, please do that. It just takes your order anywhere from 1 cent to 99 cents, and it rounds up to the nearest dollar. Whatever that changes goes into the general fund for the Young Living Foundation. You can sponsor a child through the Young Living in the Young Living Academy through the Young Living Foundation. And then you can always donate at any time to the general fund. But I've heard it said that if every single one of our 6 million members click that round up box, like all the needs would be taken care of. Like they could do so much. But unfortunately, there are a ton of people who do not round up. Fix that if that's you. Are you not on essential rewards? Are you not investing in your home and in your health and in your family every single month, even at the 50 PV level? You're missing out on blessing yourself so that you can bless others. You're missing out on rounding up one order every month. Those circles go out, create ripple effects. But if you're not doing good, it's hard for anybody around you to be doing good. So think about that. Invest in yourself. And then bless your world. What's your world? So we can bless through the Young Living Foundation, but what about what's right around you? What's close at hand? And that's where you share opportunity. So that could be where you are talking about, remember that I said, you have your product that you order every month. Some of that could be to share with others. I'm not asking you to sell. I don't sell. What I do is I show. I suck down my nitros before going into a workout. I apply peppermint when I'm in front of people. I don't hide. I just live my young living life out loud. And it's like a flower drawing the butterflies. When you live your young living life out loud, there is no need to sell. When people see your glowing skin, when they say, oh my gosh, you smell so good, I get that all the time. Your hair is so healthy, how is that possible? I lead a detox life. Your skin doesn't look like you're 54. I lead a detox life and I don't lay out in the sun. It's not, I use really good skincare stuff, really good clean makeup. I eat well. So your life is the magnet. It's the magnet that draws people, and you can share with testimonies. And then if you're purchasing product every month, you can share your product with other people and let them see for themselves. Why should I have to sell anybody on anything when they can just experience it and see for themselves? I'm not an Avon lady. I don't buy for people because I'm not a doctor. So I don't know what you need, but I will empower you, educate you, walk with you, guide you, help you to make those empowered decisions for yourself and for your own family. Get your own membership. It's no big deal. It's like half the cost of a Sam's card and it lasts forever. It never expires. This is not a big deal. Get one. You have zero to lose. Zero. And I'll be there. I'll help you out. So we're sharing with our personal testimonies, and we're sharing some product. But then also, guys, the seed. If we do not also share the opportunity that Young Living provides for every single one of its members. Remember that first email that I got, the email that you got? You're an independent distributor. You are an independent distributor. With Young Living, there is no have to, there is only want to. But each individual person needs to make that decision whether or not they want to. Don't make the decision for the people around you. Be a messenger. Share the product. And then let them decide whether they want, whether they're ready, whether they're open to go down the rabbit hole with you. Because it is a bit of a rabbit hole. For most people, our natural lifestyle and the way we choose to approach that lifestyle is very foreign. It's not for everybody. So don't think you have to beat people over the head until they're ready to join you. No, keep circling back. When they tell you no, honor that no. But understand they're not telling you no. They're saying no to themselves, and today's no is tomorrow's yes. Because they don't need you. They don't need Young Living. They don't need a natural, healthy, turned around lifestyle. Typically until something goes off the rails. Something goes sideways. And they'll come running. It has happened to me countless times. Countless times. There are people, and you're probably going, there are people in our community, in our family, who told me no 20 times until they couldn't get their stuff fast enough because something happened, something changed. So deliver that message now, and then it's up to them how to respond to that message, but also the opportunity. The business building opportunity may not be for you. To be quite frank, it is not for 88.8% of Young Living's 6 million members. 88.8%, they just want their wholesale product. They want their wholesale discount. That's why they're members. Otherwise, they would have stayed retail, because you could do that, right? Be a retail member and just pay 24% more. That's dumb, because they don't make you do anything, so why not get the wholesale membership? 88%, almost 89% of members. But there is 11% of our membership that have a seed of potential within them. They want more than their 9 to 5. They want more than a boss that they hate, that doesn't value them, doesn't appreciate them, makes them work horrendous hours, forced overtime. And the money's good, but you know, what good is money if you're too exhausted and tired and sick to spend it? For some people, it's all they could do to get enough hours. They can't work enough jobs to make all the ends meet. It is a constant paycheck to paycheck nightmare. That may not be you, but it could be the people around you. So don't have that mindset that I can't share. I'm not going to share it. This is your world. In the same way that you give to World Vision or sponsor an orphan, that you're feeding that potential within a human being. Open your mouth and share the opportunity of Young Living. Because for you, not for me, I get it, it's not for most people, but for some people it is. So share the Young Living opportunity. Not only the sample for them to try and see how awesome it is, because isn't it great to represent a company that's not doing toilet paper and bathroom tissue? I mean, that's good, but it's not very exciting. It's not very life-changing. It's not going to give you goosebumps when you see someone's life change by, you know, how they wipe their bottom, right? But giving somebody a bottle of lavender, I've seen that be life-changing. So not only can you impact the people around you with goodness, health, and wellness, but when you open your mouth and you say something like this, you know, not for me, like, I'm just not there yet. I don't know that I'll ever be there yet. But I see in you, you're exhausted. I see in you, you're kind of spinning your wheels, you're treading water, and every time I see you, you're kind of sinking a little bit lower. The bags are getting deeper. I don't know. I'm just saying they have this thing where you can build a business in your spare time. Look into it, you know, if you want to. And it costs $35 to access that opportunity. And then that seed of someone outside of you, it's not for you, but maybe it's for them, can grow into the tree that provides shade, fruit, lumber, safety, right? And then here's the thing, the ripple effects. When you withhold that opportunity and keep people in poverty, not knowing that opportunity, there are people in their circles that they're then not even equipped. They don't even have a chance to share that opportunity with those people because they know people you simply don't know. Had Adia not been saved from that gang of soldiers, had she not been given an opportunity with her own skills and talents and hard work, right? Nothing was given to her, only the opportunity. If she were still trapped in that or hadn't been, you know, taken up and carried to the place of opportunity, there would be no concentric circles going out from her. If you keep your product right here and you don't share, you don't show, you don't say, hey, this is how you could do it or don't do it. Like, I don't care, but I'm just saying, you're having a hard time sleeping, you're always itching, you always got bronchitis, you're always sick, you look terrible, I'm sorry, I love you, but here's some stuff. You know, if we don't do that and when you want more, because you're going to want more, I'll show you how to get your own. Because that's how I got my own, and then you get your own and I get my own, and then we can like do it together. You know, there is no selling about that. Sales is the guy who sold you your car. You get your car and you never see or hear from him again. That is not what this is. This is about taking seeds, cultivating them, bringing them to opportunity, and watching them bloom. Whether it's in your own life, come on. If you're not on ER, you are not investing in your health and wellness. You are not cultivating the seed of your life. You are not creating a legacy of health. If you have grandchildren and children in your home and you are a Young Living member and you are not bringing good products into your home on a monthly basis, then those children, those next generations, the children and the grandchildren, they're not learning how to do it for themselves. There will be no legacy that can pour forth from you into future generations. Oh, we're just doing what Grandma did. You know, Grandma, she put the lavender on that. Here's some lavender on you. Oh my gosh, it just, convention time is a very emotional time for me because it really brings into focus why I do what I do, why I am so passionate about what I'm passionate about. I am not a salesperson. I am not an oils expert. All I know is that my life was a certain way before Young Living, and now my life is another way, a better way. And I am here to do my part to tell you that you have that opportunity as well. And that's it. I'm just a messenger. And then you're going to do what you're going to do. And then you're going to turn around, I hope, I pray, and share that opportunity with others because they deserve it just like you do. Whew. Quick note. And we want to create audios, right? Quick note. On Monday, all products from convention go live on sale as available, right? Through the weekend. There's a lot of buying going on. As they're available on Monday, they will be turned on for every single member of Young Living. That's you too. If your account has fallen asleep, you wake it up with an order. Not a big deal. And something new that you may or may not have heard on the grapevine is that beginning, I'm not sure when the date is. It might be on Monday. We'll find out. But any orders 100 PV or more from here on out, free shipping. While Go is going away because there's not going to be any need for While Go. You get your shipping free with a 100 PV order or more. Whether it's an ER order, a shop order, makes no difference. If your order is less than 100 PV, then those standard shipping rates will apply. One more reason that Essential Rewards makes so much sense. Start replacing those products in your home with good, healthy, safe, effective products. So be ready, and when you place your order, be sure and click that round up button. Ben Cooper, who's the director of Hope for Justice, one of my just favorite people in the whole world, he shared a quote that just, again, rocked me back on my heels. He said, "No one raindrop ever felt responsible for the flood. You are a raindrop that is needed to create the flood. If you don't, will the flood still come? Yeah, it will. With or without you, it will. We see it. We see it every month. Will you miss your opportunity to be a part of it? Never. It's an opportunity. In your case, not an Adia's. In Adia, she had a window, and thank God someone was there. Hope for Justice was there to provide her that safety net. So she had a window, but you do not. Your opportunity to be part of the flood exists for you as a Young Living member, and it never expires, ever. You will never hear Young Living say, well, you didn't take advantage of it, so, forget you. That's just never, ever going to happen. Because what you don't see an importance for today, you don't know what tomorrow brings. Oh, I don't need extra income. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm fine. We don't know what tomorrow brings. But how good that you've got that safety net that if you ever needed to bring in additional income for yourself, for your family, from your home with just a smartphone, that it is always there for you. The seed of potential. Always. And I'm so grateful for that for myself, and I'm grateful for that for you. And I'm hoping that you will take that message out into your world, not just the world, but your world with the people right around you. So I want you to be brave. I would love to know that you're taking a chance. Make a difference in the world through the Young Living Foundation, and make a difference in your world. Gary, my favorite Gary Young quote, and this is how I'm closing out right now. He said, you know what, if you're not living on the edge, you're just taking up space. Live on the edge, my friends. Because out where your tummy kind of turns a little bit and things feel a bit scary, that's where all the good stuff is. That's where your hopes and dreams are fulfilled. That's where God meets you, is out in the wilderness, outside of the boat. All right? Take care. God bless. I hope that this has been a powerful message for you. I know, and I'm just sharing the message with you that I received myself through this convention. I love you all. I am grateful for you all from the bottom of my heart, because you are my business. You support my home, my family. Because of you, I am able to get more Super B and more Ningxia Red and more Nitro and, more Thieves Household Cleaner. Not just for myself, but so that I can share with others. And I am grateful to each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. And if there's any way that I can ever help you, guide you, support you, love on you, be there for you, you let me know. That's my job. That's what I do. Take care, everyone. Have a beautiful weekend. Happy Father's Day to all of the fathers out there. Stay strong. Be well so that you can stay well. Take care.